Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Lover Pretend, continuing Riku's route. Surprise! Bet you didn't expect that. Anyway, we're back at his house. We're now pretending to be engaged. That shit. So, oh right, we were at the planetarium. Where we at? When did we just leave? I just recorded the last part yesterday, and I have no fucking idea. I gotta be honest, like, I swear to, I've been so tired lately. Like, I think it's because I woke up in the middle of the night and was like, I'm awake. This sucks, but okay. And then, like, before I was, like, sitting on the couch with my laptop for work, and I was like, I could just fall asleep right now. Maybe I am narcoleptic. Like, I'm like, everybody joked about that when I just randomly black out, and I'm like, that's not how it works. But the just feeling like you're gonna fall asleep slowly, like, I don't know. I'm like, what the hell lately? I don't know, the last week or so I've just been like, I could just take a nap. That's not even true. It's literally been like the last, like, 3 days. Like, so, I don't know. Strange. But anyway. Phew, I'm beat. Me too, Riku, me too. As soon as we got home, Riku dove onto the sofa and stretched out in delight. He closed his eyes, ready to fall asleep. Riku, you promised that we'd start practicing now. Huh? Oh, yeah, I guess I did. Oh, right, we were at the studio. Like, I forgot. I was like, we went separate ways at the planetarium. Right, we were at school and then we found out he likes to paint and, like, wants to make props and backgrounds and stuff and do all that. Instead of acting. And like must his hair, put it over his eyes, and then wears a mask so that no one will know who he is. I mean, effective. Because aside from your hair, I mean, and then your hair's not even styled normal, like, no one can see your eyes. I'm surprised you can see what you're doing. And then if you're wearing a mask. So. Huh? Oh, yeah, I guess I did. He lurched upright, but he still looked as if he might doze off. Just a minute. I need to switch on. Switch on? I stared at him as he closed his eyes and sat perfectly still for several seconds. I can't read today. When he opened his eyes again... Sorry, I'm back. He's crisp and bright now. I guess that's what the switch was for. I'll put my ring on then. Good. It'll help with the mood, too. I pulled the ring out of my purse and slid it onto my left ring finger. Perfect. I'm ready. Cool. Let's get to it then. I just want to make like an oh, fuck! I didn't realize this was going to be the pretend time. But that's okay, because we have the save from the original. So I'll just load that and save it back where I save our things. I just don't want to do it here because then we can't skip it, you know what I mean? So anyway. Mission! Don't be swayed by Riku's words and behaviors! Riku scooted to the edge of the sofa and lightly patted the space next to him. And don't just stand there. Why don't you come over here? Okay. When I sat down next to him, he looked straight at me. With a gentle smile, he said, I love you, Spacey. That's so out of the blue! And he just has to be so dazzling when he says it! He's in total actor mode. No, I can't let this faze me. This isn't Riku. He's acting more like the protagonist of a romance movie. And see, that's the thing. That's exactly what you should think when he's like, Spacey should be like, oh, I love you too, and just kind of like fawn over him a little, you know what I mean? God, sorry, Norton just popped up in the middle of my freaking screen. Like, Norton, seriously? You're clingy. But you know what I mean? You gotta treat him like, oh yeah, he's acting, and then be like, oh, I love you too. You know, like you're a fawny kind of girlfriend. Because, like, I could easily, like, fawn over him. It wouldn't be fake, but... If so, then I have to act like his partner. I need to respond like a fiancé would. What's a proper fiancé-like response? I love you too, or hee hee? Me. my nerves and my rapidly increasing heart rate and took a deep breath. I love you too. I said it! As I breathed a sigh of relief, Riku smiled and brought his lips to my ear. Oh, okay, well that's enough to make me fawn. Oh, thank goodness. I'm glad you feel the same as me. His actor mode is so powerful! He sighed and his expression softened as he looked at me. I gulped and stared back, feeling myself melt under his sweet gaze. But all of a sudden... Hey, can I kiss you? What? Riku tilted his head, his eyes pleading with me, and I froze. What's wrong with him all of a sudden? Promise not to do anything weird. He continued to smile at me, but I had no idea how to respond. Am I supposed to act coy like they do in TV shows and movies? But if I think about Riku's behavior until now, he'd just find that annoying. Should I play along then? He did promise not to go too far. Should I just continue treating this as acting practice? Will you let him kiss you? It's embarrassing! Okay. Yeah, I hate it's embarrassing! In this case, it would be a little embarrassing because we're not actually in love with you. But like, you know. Okay. We're engaged and lovers normally kiss, so I need to at least try. Riku gently smiled at me, but I was still nervous and frozen to the spot. It's gonna be kind of weird. Like, there's gonna be a point, I'm sure. Like, I feel like... okay, I'm not really sure. But, like, I could imagine there being a point where, like, oh, you're faking, so he does kiss you. And you're like, oh, okay. Wow. And then when he kisses you for real, like, when you're actually together, you're like, wow, it's totally fucking different. Like, you know what I mean? And that's such a relief. I don't know what I would have done if you had said no. Well, I am your fiancé. Oh, that's him. I was gonna laugh like me. Giggle. Your cheeks are bright red. I have the cutest fiancé. I'm trying my best over here. Speechless from the shock of it all, I watched as Riku's face came closer to mine. Wait, his face is too close. Is he actually gonna do it? I can't really do this in public, so don't mind if I do. He's just acting, right? I instinctively pulled back, but he caught me with his arm and held me gently but firmly. Is he actually serious? I didn't know how to react. The look in his eyes was more intense than I would have ever imagined. No, this isn't about him or me as real people. This is the play we're making for ourselves. Riku is both an actor and an audience member. I need to remember that I'm also acting, so I should... Riku leaned in closer to me. How will you react? Close my eyes or look away? Close my eyes. If it's gonna come down to this, I need to steel myself. After all, we're engaged now. It's kind of weird because she's probably never kissed anyone and then your first kiss is gonna be like a fake one. You know what I mean? Like... That's kind of interesting, because, like, I've never been in that situation. Not... That came out wrong. In a situation like this where, like, okay, I've never been kissed, and the first kiss you're gonna have is you in a play or a movie or acting, and it's fake. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just... Like, how does that work? I mean, obviously you're gonna... But you know what I mean? Not, like, physically, how does it work? Because, duh. But, like, how does that work in your head? Do you, like, you're like, well, it was fake, so it's not the same? Because, like, if you're married to someone or dating someone who's in plays or whatever and they have to kiss other people, you're like, they're not cheating, they're acting. That's their job. Unless you're, like, super fucking jealous. You know what I mean? But, like, I mean, I can understand probably getting a little jealous. You're like, oh, a little jealous, but I understand it's their job and you're gonna be, you know what I mean? But, like... So if it was you, you're like, well, this is just acting, so it doesn't really count as my first kiss, because it's not a real kiss. It's a real fake kiss. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's an actual kiss. Like, and so it's really hard. You're like, on one hand, I could see you being like, this is my first actual kiss, because it was a kiss. It's not like you got close and you just pretended and it was camera angles. You actually touched lips, so it's a kiss. But it's really not in the sense of the fact that it's not a romantic one. It's just acting. So it's like really weird. But again, I guess it goes back to if you're dating someone who's an actor and they're kissing someone else, you're not like, you cheated! You're like, no, it's your job. As long as you're doing it on the stage or in a movie and not like in a back alley somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, so like you wouldn't think of that as a real kiss, but like, so it's really weird. You know what I mean? I can't quite wrap my head around how you would process that in your head if you're like her and this is fake, but like it's your first kiss. You know what I mean? Strange. But I kind of almost hope he does kiss us. Because then she's like, oh, okay. And then when he kisses us for realsies later, when we actually have feelings for each other, it's gonna be totally different. And then it's gonna be like, holy shit. You know what I mean? I kind of think I would like that. I think it'd be interesting. Anyway. I inhaled deeply and held my breath as I slowly closed my eyes. You're finally being a bit more honest with yourself. Smiling? How do you know he's smiling? Your eyes are closed. Riku quietly murmured under his breath as he continued to inch closer to my lips. How would you know that? Your eyes are closed. If you shut your eyes that hard, your eyelids will stick together. My heart's pounding so hard it hurts. Even with my eyes closed, I could feel Riku's face slowly approaching mine. He's right in front of me. I squeezed my eyes even tighter, and then I felt a slight warmth on my cheek, followed by the faintest sound. Aw, he just gave us a kiss on the cheek. I knew he was smiling as his lips left my cheek. That's kind of adorable. Oh, I thought he was going to kiss me on the lips. I unknowingly sighed, and Riku looked at me, smirking. What? Are you disappointed? Huh? Well, while we're at it, how about I kiss you on the lips, too? While we're at it? Riku ignored my flustered state and gently cut my cheek with his hand. Stop that. You can't do that. You can't hold my face and then kiss me. I'm weak for that shit. I love that in like movies that just hold my face and kiss. Like, nah, I'm into that. Can't do this. You pinned me against a wall. You can't, Riku. Stop it. You're hitting all the fucking marks. You're turning on all the switches over here. I'm gonna overload. We're gonna have a power outage if you keep flipping all the switches. I can't handle a kiss on the lips. While I glared and tried to resist, I saw a tiny glint of mischievousness reflected in his eyes. Mischievousness! That is a word. I mean, it really is, but it's just so funny because you're like, mischievousness. Like, say it. Out loud, right now. Mischievousness. There's just something about it. It's just a little, but awkward word. I like it, but it's slightly awkward. Anyway, Riku's teasing me. How will you respond? You're a meanie. This is too much! It's you're a meanie. You're a meanie. I'm here losing my wits, and he's just enjoying the show. He's kissed a lot of people, though, you know? Acting-wise. I glared at him and pouted. What? That was pretty cute. Huh? And could you call me that one more time? And maybe I won't feel like kissing you anymore if you repeat it. You like it when I'm a little mean to you? I get it, because I like it when you're mean to me. Oh, same, Riku. What? No! Never again! Aw, you were finally being cute for once. For once? You called me cute before, motherfucker. Jeez. Riku was silent for a moment, but then he smiled happily at me. What is it? Oh, nothing. I was just thinking about how adorable my fiancé is. What is it this time? Riku chuckled and my guard went up. When you're being all cute like that, it makes me want to kiss you. Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what? My brain? Because I read it wrong and then you this time? And I was like, what? I read that so wrong and my brain couldn't handle it. When you're being all cute like that, it makes me want to kiss from you this time. What? He wants me to kiss him? If you kiss me, I think all my tiredness will go away. Well, sometimes the woman does make the first move and goes in for the kiss, but do I really have to? It's fine if the woman's okay with it, but I'm not that kind of person. Is he just messing with me? But I've come this far and I don't want to run away now. However, he's asking me to do it. What should I do? Will you kiss him? Suggest alternatives. Kiss him on the cheek. Don't suggest alternatives. He's gonna be like, alright, well, I guess if sex is the other option. Good God, girl, watch what you say around him. It'll be okay if it's just his cheek. That's way easier than kissing him on the lips. Okay, let's do this. Nervous, I shut my eyes tightly. Still, I was determined, so I tried to kiss his cheek. You probably wouldn't close your eyes and then lean in. You lean until you're close enough, and then you give him a little peck as you close your eyes. You know what I mean? Now you're gonna like go, and he's gonna like move, and you're gonna end up kissing the sofa. Here goes. I lightly brushed my lips against his cheek for just a second, pulled back entirely. He looks a little shocked. I just kissed him. It was so embarrassing. I didn't think you'd actually do it. Huh? But you know, it wasn't bad getting a kiss from you. I might not be able to control myself now. Huh? Riku? Seeing I was getting worked up, Riku smiled softly. I'm just kidding. Good work. You did your best. He patted my shoulder. You did well considering, and I know you can do it. Was it weird? Well, you were a little fidgety, but it was cute, so you get a pass. Plus, I recognize that you did your best to kiss me. That's because you said to. Yeah, your lips are soft. Stop teasing me already! Like how he just keeps giggling at us. Complete! Woo! I mean, I knew we had a pretend time coming up that we had to save for, but I did not anticipate it right there, you know? Now that practice is done. Before he even finished speaking, Riku plopped down on the sofa and stretched out like earlier. Right, I'm going to bed. Good night. Huh? Are you really going to sleep like that? You're not going to take a bath or at least change? Too lazy. Seriously? Just so it's clear, this is the real me. The me you usually see is just a sham, so you better get used to it. It doesn't matter if I can get used to it or not. If you say this is the real you, that's fine. By fine, do you mean how I am now? Yeah? All this time you seemed a bit too perfect, so I'm honestly relieved to see how you are now. Hey, do people ever tell you that you're weird? I pride myself on being weird, Riku, thanks. Oh, thanks for noticing. Isn't that the pot calling the kettle black? I guess you're right. But it's nice to just be myself like this. I mean, it is true, he is a little weird as well, but it's because he's a robot and he doesn't have a human. Really? I'm glad you think so. I might like you more than I thought. Oh, is this a surprise practice session? Bring it on. Sleep. Riku plopped back down on the sofa with a thud. Wait, Riku, you really shouldn't sleep like that. Your clothes will get wrinkled. Snoring. I can't fake snore. And off to sleep he goes. I should have at least made him change his clothes. Riku! Hey, Riku! You're finally... me. What is he talking about? Jeez, Riku. You should at least sleep on the bed, you doofus. You're like, alright, I'll let myself out. Ooh, episode 6. Ooh, we only have 2 more episodes left. That morning, I was idly basking in the gentle midday sun. I was stretched out as I flicked through various scripts I'd gathered for research. Ooh, I like that line. I love you and I'll never let you go, no matter what they say. So tell me how you feel. In the scene, the guy was pouring his heart out to his girlfriend. With an earnest expression, he took her hand and stared into her eyes. I was absorbed by that line when a pair of hands suddenly wrapped around mine. Huh? Look at me, Spacey. A beautiful visage slowly peered over my head and down at my face. Because I like how there was already the sparkles. Riku? He smiled tenderly and squeezed his hands around mine. Spacey, I love you. Huh? Oh! When I'm with you, nothing can tie me down. I can be free. I'll never let go of you, no matter what they say. So tell me how you feel. I feel? What does he mean? How I feel about him? I feel The same way, Riku. My mouth is moving on its own. Are we dreaming? Despite my bewildered state, Riku gave me a disarming smile and leaned in closer. Great. I'm glad we feel the same. Love you. Love you too. What? Riku's lips inched closer and closer. We are so dreaming. Oh no. We're going to... I'm so happy. Happy? Why are my eyes... Hey, wait! No, not the kiss! Not the kiss! Stop! Ah! My eyes snapped open and I found myself lying straight and flat, as if I'd been stuffed into a sarcophagus. All I saw was the ceiling above me. There was no Riku, nor an advancing pair of lips to be found anywhere. I told you it was a dream. It's because of all the sparkles. It started out with sparkles, and then, Riku I'm like, why are there sparkles before he shows up? It was all a dream? Once I realized that, I sighed, and all the tension left my body. Why did I have a dream like that? Oh, right. It's because of the read-through session we had yesterday. Exactly. That has to be it. What does it have to be? I jumped up and squeaked as a face came peering in. What are you doing in my room? I would have loved to have spent the night in your room. But unfortunately, this is actually my room. You must have slept over. Huh? Riku continued to gaze at me as I looked around and took stock of my surroundings. It was definitely his place. You're right. After I put you to bed, I tried to go home, but I realized I didn't have your keys. You were dead asleep and I was worried about leaving without locking up. Right, the keys. Gonna give us an extra key already. My god, we've only been engaged for like a day. He pulled something out of a container and handed it to me. Here you go. Oh, but I don't really need them anymore. Those are spares. We're engaged, so you might as well have one. Okay. I'll keep them for now, I suppose. Sure. Well, I guess this is... Riku smiled, sat down, and snuggled close to me. Hi, stop. He looked into my face as if to study my expression. The first time we slept together, and in my room, too. We only slept, and completely separately from each other. I worded it that way on purpose. I thought you might appreciate some romance. No thanks. You can turn it off when we're alone. Really? I like how Riku is like, but I'm enjoying this. I feel much more at ease that way. Riku quietly laughed and leaned back into the sofa, as if he had literally flipped a switch to off. I actually think it's kind of funny, because I think... he's definitely playing with us, but the whole oh, I'm being romantic, and you're like, yeah, you could stop that, that's weird. And he's like, alright, cool. And it's because anyone else who was just swayed by who he is and his looks and everything might be like, oh, okay. And we're like, yeah, no, stop. Because we want to spend time with him as the person he is, not this beautiful actor man, you know what I mean? So him messing with us and us constantly being like, you could just dial it down a notch there, bud. You know? And we're in professional mode and pal mode, not oh my god, I'm flustered and giddy over you. I'm flustered and giddy over him. But you know what I mean? She's doing way better at actually worming her way into his heart without him realizing it, you know? Because we're just treating him like a normal person. Because he is a little you are fucking nuts. I love it though, so. If that's what you want, I won't say more than necessary then. What do you mean? If I'm being honest, I'd rather not talk to anybody. It's draining. If that's what you prefer, it's fine by me. How about breakfast? I still have ingredients from last night's dinner. No thanks, I'm not that hungry. But you'll collapse again. And doesn't matter, I'll just get you to help me again if that happens. Ugh. Even if you say that, I won't always be free. Let's eat properly, alright? Can't be bothered. Look how sad he looks. Riku muttered under his breath and buried his head into the back of the sofa, as if he were dodging the question. I'll make something light. You'll at least eat that, won't you? Give me a moment and I'll bring it out in a bit. I went to the kitchen and inspected the food I'd put away last night. You could be like, hey, also, this is what fiancés do. They make sure you're eating well. Something not too heavy and easy to eat. toast. Yep, this'll work. I quickly prepared a meal, then took it out to Riku, who was lounging on the sofa. Here you go. I made some sandwiches and yogurt. I thought eating the yogurt by hand would be too much for you, so I mixed it with milk and honey and made it into a smoothie. Hey. He lifted his head from the back of the sofa and started nibbling at a sandwich. Once you're done with that, are you going to campus? Yeah. I'll buy some stuff to eat later. I don't think it'll be enough. This'll be enough. Is there anything you'd like to have? Milk and bananas. Besides that, something with meat or veggies. I don't cook. He didn't elaborate further and instead started eating his second sandwich. Jeez. I have to cook for myself anyway, so I'll make some for you while I'm at it. I can store it in your fridge for later. Microwaving isn't too much trouble, is it? Alright, well, I should get going. Hey, wait, there's gonna be a point where like, okay, I gotta get going, and we'll give him a kiss on the cheek. Yeah? I was already on my way to the front door, but I stopped and turned back toward him. I want you to do something for me tomorrow. I'm sorry, Professor Asagi has a lecture tomorrow. I have to help and then go to work. Not like that. I want help with this. Riku tapped his phone and showed me the screen. A Broadway show in Japan. Additional tickets available starting at 10 a.m. due to a change in seating arrangements? I probably won't be able to get one because of a shoot I have tomorrow morning. And you want me to buy it for you? Yep. Could you try between your jobs? I don't mind, but don't you have any business connections that can help you out? You wouldn't have to rely on luck then. I'd rather not do things like that. I see, but general tickets were on sale earlier, right? Why didn't you get one then? I did, but I couldn't go because of work, so I gave it to Sena. Sena? Yeah, we got to chatting and he sounded like he might be interested. Sena? All I remembered about Sena was him trying to skip lessons. Him? Really? I'll make it 2 tickets, by the way. Oh, got it. I snapped back to my senses and quickly noted it on my phone. Who are you taking? You dumbass. 2 tickets then. Are you going with a friend? Oh my god, we're so dumb. Nope, I'm going with my fiancé. Oh, your fiancé. Wait, that's me! Oh, who else would it be? Oh, when's the next time we're both free? Just a moment. The sudden turn of events threw me for a loop, and I hurriedly checked my calendar. I'm looking at times when you're off, and I'd be able to come. Oh, this should work! Then book us for that day. This should cover it. You've got it. Riku handed me an envelope with cash for the tickets. They should be contacting the cast of the movie soon, and the script should be almost finished. I thought we should go before we both get too busy. That is, if I'm chosen. Right. Wow, he's so thoughtful inviting me to the show. I mean, you're like, you know what I mean? Like, I wonder if he made the prop backgrounds for the thing, and that's why he wants to show. That'd be so cute. He's like, I painted that tree right there, that tree in that background on that little, that was me. That'd be so cute. I'm excited to go with you. Huh? Oh. Riku looked at me, amazed, and I quickly tried to smooth it over. I mean, that's something a fiancé would say. Oh, yeah. I think it's funny because she was being genuine, like, oh, I'm excited to go, but he's like, what? And he's like, for reals? And you're like, oh, just because I'm your fiancé. And he's like, oh. I think, like, he wasn't expecting us to want to go or be excited. And then when we were, he was like, there was probably that brief split second where he was like, really? Aw. Broke his little heart. I could feel my cheeks slowly heating, so I averted my eyes and looked down. Did it sound off for a fiancé? No, it was perfect. That's a relief. I looked up and smiled at Riku. I'll get those tickets no matter what, so I hope you're excited about going. Sure, I am. Riku's eyes drifted away from me and his expression softened slightly. He looked almost joyful, like something had unconsciously spilled out. And it overflowed into his smile. He must be excited to see this play. Huh? He looked happy just now. Really happy. Did I? Yeah. I better get the tickets tomorrow so I don't let him down. Riku meekly turned away to hide his face. So cute that I couldn't help but smile. That's when you're like, "Aw, you're adorable," and then you peace out. The next day, 3, 2, 1, the gates are open! I forgot to even blink as I slid my fingers across my phone screen. Please let me get the tickets. Please, please, please! Your booking has been confirmed. Yes, I did it! Professor Asagi smiled at me as I pumped my fist in triumph. I assume you mean the tickets Nishijima asked for. Yes, he seemed very excited about it, so I'm glad I got them. I'm relieved to see you enjoying yourself. At the start, you didn't seem too keen on being his assistant. Yeah, well, now I'm his fiancé, so it's kind of different. Well, you're right. But we're able to talk more freely now than when I first started. I believe they allowed you to get close to him because of the type of person you are. You think so? Of course. I will vouch for your good nature any day. It's been getting colder lately, though. And don't push yourself too much, and take care of your health. And the same goes for him, too. I will. Thank you, Professor Asagi. You're like, don't worry, I'm making him food like I make for you, because apparently, what the shit? Do we have 2 boyfriends? I'm okay with that. I like this whole man harem, okay? I try to make sure I eat a balanced diet. Nishijima isn't too picky either. Isn't too picky. Is cooking for him part of the job? You sound rather committed. No, not really. I just make extra for him when I cook for myself. I found out that if left to his own devices, he'll hardly eat at all. I see. Are you getting a little jealous? Hey. I've heard that some younger people tend to neglect their diet. I hope you keep an eye on him. And now you sound like my grandpa. Younger people. Okay, stop that, because we're gonna romance you later. Weird. Not that I can really say anything. I'll be sure to do that. I can't just let him collapse again, can I? I mean, he basically eats milk and bananas. As I promised myself I'd focus on making more well-balanced meals, I opened the Ring app. I got the tickets. There, perfect. Eager to see the red notification once Riku saw the message, I headed off to help Professor Asagi with his next class. I've gathered all the docs and I've tidied up the files. All that's left is... I heard Professor Asagi's voice and looked up to see him stretching. He'd been focusing on his computer. He'd given his monthly lecture today, and once he finished, he'd come back to his office to write. I occasionally came here after my classes to make coffee or study on my own in the corner. I spend an awful lot of time with him. You've had a busy day. Would you like a coffee break? Oh, I was thinking of calling it a day and leaving. It's already quite late. You should go too. You were a great help today. Thank you. Oh, I was thinking of bringing you more food tomorrow. Will the usual time work? Oh, sure. Yes, please. And thank you. I was just getting ready to leave when I saw the notification light on my phone blinking. I opened Ring to see Riku replied after he'd finished working. I got the tickets! Thanks. I just finished work, so I'm heading home now. Not coming to campus today. The image of him rolled up on the sofa without eating or even getting changed popped into my head. He's probably going to do that again. I need to get the containers back for his meal, so maybe I can cook something while I'm there. I want to drop by to get the food containers. Would that be okay? Like the little sticker. Okay! So intense. There. I messaged him that I was leaving campus and getting ready to go. I said goodbye to Professor Asagi and hurriedly left the building. Always decide what to buy before you enter the grocery store, and never go grocery shopping hungry. Because when you're hungry, you just buy everything. That was what my grandma always told me. I'm so sorry, Grandma. I didn't adhere to her teaching, and my unplanned trip resulted in 2 heavy bags of groceries. Ugh, the discount's really called to me. So heavy. I was trying to readjust the bags when... Look, a cutie patootie! Who's calling us a cutie patootie? What? Someone called out to me from behind, and then the weight of the bag suddenly disappeared. Huh? What? I looked around, and in front of me stood... Okay. I was like, it's not Riku. Okay. Oh, what a cutie patootie. Okay. I wish sometimes it would just have the color so you'd know who it was. It'd be easier. I haven't seen you in ages, Spacey. Zena? I
got off work early and usually just hail a cab straight home. But there was somewhere else I wanted to go, and so I said to the cabbie, catch you later. I thought it'd be a nice walk for a change, and then I saw a familiar-looking cutie carrying 2 giant bags and was like, wow. What you doing shopping around here, babe? You live nearby.
No. Uh-oh. I'll think something's fishy if he finds out on my way to Riku's place to cook. I saw the special mailers and came all the way here to the store. You could just say you're working as Riku's assistant, so you were bringing food to him to make sure he eats. You're his assistant. You're like, oh no, I needed a grocery shop for myself, but I'm Riku's assistant now, and I figured I would just, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So.
Right. You live by yourself, don't you? Is all this just for you?
Well, I've just been so hungry lately. I need an out so I can get away. I just need to keep chatting until...
Hey, honey, how about coming over to my place?
Huh? I was surprised, but Sana just laughed it off like usual.
Like I said, I'm done with work for the day. I was thinking of eating out tonight, but I'd love to try something you made.
But...
My place is real close and the kitchen's pretty clean. I'll carry these too.
Thanks, but I have to go.
Aw. Well, if not dinner, maybe a cup of tea.
I'm assuming this is Riku. Not today, right, Miss Ueda? Who? I heard a familiar voice, and when I turned around, Riku was there. I love it when he puts on the purple scarf. Those pants are the strangest fucking pants. Because they should be like high-waisted, but they're also like some weird high-waisted 40s looking shit going on. But like, I love the purple scarf and the glasses. You know what? We should have known you were into art because you're dressed like a pretentious art snob. All you need is a fucking beret right now. What are you doing here, Nishijima? Despite my shock, Riku gently smiled at me and walked over to me. I came to check up on you because you were so late. Why is Sana here?
I just bumped into her and was saying hey. Oh wait, were you two planning to meet up?
Well... Yes? Isn't that right, Miss Ueda? I guess, yeah.
Wait, really? Oops. So she's gonna cook all this food for you, Nishijima? I see.
It's not what it looks like. I'm his assistant, and cooking for him is just part of my job. You could have said this like an hour ago.
Assistant, eh? Well, why didn't you say so in the first place?
Because... dug myself into a hole. Bird, shut it! I was speechless when Riku came to my rescue. He's just down there screaming. You can probably hear him, and I hate that sound. And don't prod her too much, Sana. Riku smiled awkwardly at Sana to get him to ease up. Is he helping me? Surely it's obvious why she didn't want you to know she was coming to my place. She didn't want you to get the wrong idea about us. The way he's wording it kind of sounds like he's insinuating something. She would have been more upfront about it with anyone else, but because it's you... Wait, he's making it sound like I like... I'm sure I don't need to explain it further. Oh no, he's totally implying it!
Huh. Is that what's happening? You have the hots for me, Spacey. Have you been playing hard to get this whole time, babe?
I saw this coming a mile away. On one hand, I was internally screaming my head off, but if I deny it, I'll be all out of excuses. Ugh. I wish Riku could have helped me some other way. I threw Riku my most spiteful look, but he cheerfully brushed it off. It's funny because he's like, I want us to pretend to be engaged so that I can quit acting, but he's still hiding that we're, like, you know what I mean? Anyway, that's what's going on. I hope you'll let her go for today, as she's still on duty.
I guess. A parting is such sweet sorrow, but I get you're busy. Okay, here you go.
Sana handed the grocery bags to Riku, then swiveled around to face me.
See you later, Spacey. We should go on a date when you're off work. I'll send you a ring later.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
It's a promise, babe. Bye now.
And you're gonna go to Rico and be like, I have to go on a date with Santa now, right? And then actually, that's brilliant because he's like, oh, haha, I just did that so he wouldn't think anything. You're gonna go on a date with him, and I'm gonna be jealous about it. Oh! Santa waved and then disappeared from view. I say this every time, but talking to him leaves me completely drained. There's just no way I could survive a date with him. As I slumped in exhaustion, Rico readjusted the grocery bags and started walking. It might be a good thing for you. You could experience what relationships are like. You have a point, but you're already helping me with that. It couldn't hurt to have more experience. True. I suppose going out with different people will give me ideas for a wider variety of scenes. See? That's what Rico, why did you suddenly go quiet? Are you pouting because I feel like there's part of him that's like, wait, I don't want you to. Concerned, I peered into his face, but he quickly looked up as if he'd come to his senses. It's nothing. Personally, I think it'd be great if you got more experience. You could play a more convincing fiancé that way. Oh, right. In that case, maybe going on a date with Santa wouldn't be so bad. I could make the most of it. Sure. Best of luck. The look on it, yeah, I think for a hot second he was like, I don't want that to happen. And then it was like, oh, anyway, no, everything's fine. Because he wasn't expecting for that to happen, for him to himself to feel that way. Because now the look in his face now is like, yeah, best of luck. It's so like he's brushing us off because he's lost in his head. I was joking. You were? Yeah, I'm not gonna go. Actually, does Santa live near here? Maybe. Have you bumped into him before? I don't ever walk anywhere. I just get a cab. Santa mentioned he took a cab too. Must be a movie star thing. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff in these bags. What's it all for? Oh, I thought I might as well do some cooking at your place since I'm collecting the containers. And you needed all of this? Like, yeah, well, they were having a sale. Oh, please, I knew you'd laugh. That's why I didn't want to tell you. I would have found out eventually. And besides, there's no other reason a cheapskate like you would buy all this in one go. I'm not a cheapskate! I just think it's so funny. It's like, Riku, you need to learn what not having money is like. And just imagining it's hilarious. I bet your eyes lit up and you charged in like a bull the instant you saw the discount signs. Hey, who wouldn't? Getting a sale's good. You know what's funny? Like, there's like a point, like, I feel like where you think that like, oh, paying full price and paying a lot of money is like, oh, that means I've got so much money and like, see, blah, blah, blah. And then there's like all of a sudden a switch that flips and you're like, yeah, this 80% off. And like the more discount you get, you're like, yeah, got it on sale. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care. I'll go in and buy my coffee at the grocery store, but there was nothing better when they used to have buy two, get three free. 3 free! Woo! You know what I mean? 10 for 10 sales! Yeah! You know, like, there's nothing better than a sale. It's so much better. You know? Because you're like, I don't care. Yeah, I got this $100 item for like $18. Like, shit, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's exciting. You're like, yeah. I don't, you know? But I guess that's like being like normal people. Like, rich people are like, it's $100 dress, but I paid $200 for it. And you're like, that's just stupid. You're stupid. That's dumb. What is wrong with you? You know what I mean? Like, Riku, soon you're gonna learn that sometimes buying shit on sale is like the greatest fucking thrill, okay? Like, there's 10 for 10 sales. The grocery store, amazing. You're like, I may not need 10 little hand soaps. Like 10 little, the little soft soap jar that you're like, I don't, but I'm gonna stock up because someday 2020 is gonna happen. I'm gonna need a lot of fucking soap. You know what I mean? Like, stock up when it's on sale just so you don't have to buy it. Or that's what you do for Christmas. You're like, I want toothpaste and I want toothbrushes and I want like whatever. You know what I mean? Like, so you don't have to buy it yourself. Oh, God. That's ridiculous. I mean, is that really what you think of me? Yes. I also think you're... He proceeded to conjure up ludicrous caricatures of the person he imagined I was. This is like really insulting and mean, actually. I trembled with frustration all the way back to his place. I'm so sleepy. As soon as Riku set the groceries down, he collapsed onto the sofa. He does this every time he comes home. Despite my annoyance, I was glad he'd come to find me at the grocery store. I began to rummage through the bags, like maybe he's narcoleptic. Thank you for coming to get me. I would have struggled so much with these if you hadn't been there to carry them for me. No worries. I'm more interested in what you're cooking today. How about hot pot? It's got lots of veggies and it'll warm you up. We've got leeks, carrots, tofu. Anything you don't like? Nope. Good. I'm also thinking of pickling the Chinese cabbage if there's any left over. Do you like pickled foods, Riku? That's fine. Okay, I'll store them in a container for you once it's finished pickling. Sure. It's ready! Dinner is served! I lifted the lid and allowed the steam to rise from the pot. But for some reason Riku frowned. It's hot. Oh, then tell me what you want from the pot and I'll scoop it up for you. Anything's fine. Some carrots, cabbage, pork. Uh-oh. Riku seems like he's in a mood. Maybe he's really hungry. Oh no. The food's too hot to eat immediately. What if that makes him even more upset? This is like really concerning. That you're like, oh no, he's in a mood. He must be mad that the food's hot. That's like the panic ramblings internally of someone who's abused. Like someone whose husband beats them because like the food's too hot. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell? Why are we that concerned? Like that's Riku's not like that. And like it's just weird how they phrased it. You're like, that's like a red flag right there. But that's not how Riku has ever been. So like being like, oh my god, he's gonna get really mad because it's hot. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure he's in a funk about something else. And he wouldn't be upset about it, he might be sad. But like, she's like having an internal panic about it? A little bizarre, girl. They should have made something that could be eaten quickly. You stopped moving. Is something wrong? Oh, well, what is it? Well, if it's okay with you, I'll cool it down so you can eat it. Huh? May I? I think Riku's totally confused. He was like, I was just a little sad because it was hot, but I'm fine, girl. I'll do it right now. Sure. And the look on his face is just like, deadpan like, the fuck are you doing? Staring at me. I need to go faster. There's me like sorry if that was awkward. Hey, and that's enough, don't you think? You're right. There you go. It should be cool enough now. I nervously passed the bowl to him. He looked down at it but didn't say anything. He's like, well, now there's spit in it. He tilted his head quizzically. Does he not know how to eat hot pot? He doesn't know what this is. Is that it? You just blew on it? Huh? You've gone this far. Why don't you just feed it to me while you're at it? Right. He can't eat this with just one hand. Girl, have you gone crazy? Okay, I guess you're too tired to use both hands. Sure. Just a second. Are we actually getting we're getting a CG of this! Look at her tense face! She's like, alright, I can do this! Oh my god, this is so funny. Open up! Thank you. I think Riku was playing us. He is the laziest little robot ever. He opened his mouth wide and closed his lips around the end of my chopsticks. Look at him. He's actually blushing about this. It's good. It always is, but it's especially good today. Why are you laughing? Why indeed? Maybe it's because you're so cute.
Huh?
And there's something about seeing you put in so much effort when I'm just being lazy. I never get bored watching you. I mean, seriously, we blew on his food and now we're feeding him because we're like, oh, instead of being like, seriously, man, the fuck up, you're not that tired. But I cooked this for you. I'd be sad if you didn't eat any of it because you're being a lazy asshole. Like, what the shit? You'd be sad if I didn't eat your food? It's natural to be disappointed if someone doesn't want something you made for them. And did you really make this specifically for me? That's what I just said, isn't it? Huh. Okay. And then I'd better eat all of it. Riku looked pleased as he ate every bite I passed to him. He's eating healthy, more so than usual, and the way he was talking earlier, it's almost as if he was saying he'd eat the food I made just to make me happy. I liked that thought, but something felt a little off. Why did you stop? Well, I don't want to make you force yourself. I'm not. When I'm with you, I don't need to. Oh, I see. My heart fluttered and I took a moment to regulate my breathing. He can relax when he's with me. Hey, Spacey, I want carrots next. Oh, of course. I plucked another mouthful out of the pot and Riku opened his mouth in anticipation. Kinda cute. He looked more childlike than usual as he waited with his mouth open wide. Also, can I not eat? I gotta feed him first? I guess he really is relaxed. Or he got tired of hiding his true self. Yeah, he's lazy as shit! I mean, it's because he's doing, like, so fucking much, but it's so funny. Was it either of those or something else? Regardless, I wondered whether I had had anything to do with this change. But I do know one thing. And it was that we didn't need to be engaged for real to have fun like this. I mean, it's like, he's like, I'm just being lazy and you're accommodating. Exactly. Ew, dinner was great. I'm glad you liked it. You really ate all of it. Yep. My whole body feels so toasty. I smiled at Riku, who was staring blankly at the ceiling, and proceeded to clear the table. I went to the kitchen to wash the dishes, but while I was doing that, my phone vibrated in my pocket. It's Sena. Setting the dishes down, I checked my messages. It's from Sena? The message was simple. He was inviting me on a date. Wow, he can act fast when he wants to. I didn't think he was serious earlier. Riku spotted me making a face at my phone and glanced at the screen. I love his pout. What did he say? He's asking me out on a date. To the theme park with the big Ferris wheel. That was pretty fast, wasn't it? Huh. So, what are you going to say? About what? Are you going to go? Of course not. Sena and me? Just the two of us? You should go. What? Please don't joke about this. Like I said earlier, it would be good. It would be a good experience, and it would help with your writing. A secret date in an amusement park with a hot fashion model. It sounds perfect. Do you want to go on this date, Riku? It is weird that he's pushing us into a date with Sena, but I have... It could be because, like, oh, yeah, no, hey, we're business partners. Hey, this would help you. Like, legitimately what he's saying. But I also wonder if there's a little part that's like, no, go. And then we go, and then he's like, can't believe she went. She doesn't... Huh. Because, you know, or also the... Yeah, no, you should totally go, because if I say you shouldn't go, then you're gonna think I have feelings for you, and do I? And what the fuck? You know what I mean? Because I think there's something going on under the surface. Like, he's fine, like, I can open up to you, I can be myself around you, and that's gotta be something in his mind where it's like, huh, because we're getting close. We're in episode 6. We have one more after this. So, you know what I mean? Like, this is where the feelings are happening. So you know it's happening somewhere in there. And he's got to have kind of realized that, I can be myself around you, and I've never been able to do that before. And even if he's not like, I think I have feelings for you, it's like, he feels something. You know what I mean? Because he's like, even if it's just friends. But it's got to be confusing for him, because he's used to being a robot, and he just plugged in his emotion chip over here, you know? So being like, yeah, no, go on a date with Sena. Yeah, I'm not going to be bothered by that. And then when we go, he's going to be like, no, it did bother me. Oh, shit. You know what I mean? Like you think, it's not going to bother me. It's totally fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Fine. Not fine. It's, oh my God, it's not. You know what I mean? So I think there's like a little bit of all of that in there. It does sound a bit more appealing when you put it like that, but would it be right for me to go? Why not? As long as you're fine with it. He looks sad. He's like, as long as you're fine with it. See my sad eyes? Please don't go. I suppose. He's right. We're not really engaged. We don't even have an actual attachment to each other. So maybe it's okay to see another guy. I mean, he's even giving me the go-ahead. I mean, just because your boyfriend's like, it's cool, totally have sex with that other guy, doesn't mean you do it. I feel like this is a test. Maybe I will. Sure. See? And he's always like, oh, yeah. Because he doesn't want us to go, but he doesn't. I'm not sure if he knows why he doesn't want us to go. He's like, why do I feel weird about this? Like, I think logically, he's like, no, I think it'd be a good experience for you. And they're like, yeah, sounds like a good idea. And he's like, yeah. Why does that bother me? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's quite there, but he knows something's up. It'll probably be too crowded on the weekends, but I could do next Thursday evening. Let me reply, I can go Thursday evening. You're really going? Nothing. I'm a bit sleepy. Not again. If you're gonna sleep, you have to go to your bed. Riku grunted and lay down on the sofa anyway. Big ass man, baby. Love it though. We're a little under time, but this is a good place to stop before we get too long in. So, but yeah, I'll go back to when we started, and I'll save our save 3 where we're supposed to. Like I keep them in the same spot, so I don't have to search all over and figure out where they were. So I'll do that, so we'll be prepared when we, get the good/bad endings. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.